Welcome back to the Resident Evil 4 playthrough here at Trippy Commentaries. We are exploring the village, making our way, trying to find the President's daughter, Ashley Graham. I'm RJ, joined by C-Dub. Corey, do you think there's any chance we can save her at this point?
There has to be, man. We got to hold out hope. I'm sure that they're holding her captive, perhaps for some political reasons. Maybe they wish to infect her with this virus or whatever it is that seems to be troubling these villagers here.
We are heading down the stairs. Who knows where this path leads to? As I gotta say, the first time I came down here, of course, you go through that door you have to get the key for. It's a very ominous door where I believe we kind of expect Ashley to be somewhere around here. But doesn't seem to be the case as of right now, as it seems to head into a cave system. Corey, this kind of reminded me of the caves that we saw in the Resident Evil remake. You know, the system of caves that you go into, so definitely was getting excited at this point, hoping to see some Resident Evil-like environments.
Yeah, most definitely. This is pretty dark area of the game. You're of course making good use of picking up all these treasures here. Those will come in handy with the merchant. That of course we can sell those to. Use those to upgrade our weapons. One thing I did like that they added in this game is, of course, they added the barrels and the crates that you bust open to get stuff. But one thing also that they did is in certain barrels and crates, you'll break it open, and out comes a poisonous snake.
Yeah, I noticed that rarely happens for some reason. I can't remember how much that happened. I think it must have been a little bit more in Resident Evil 5. But it seems like it doesn't happen too often in this game. It's one of those things they really don't use too much. We have quite a bit of coins here. I forget what they're called. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Let's go ahead and sell. What was that, C-Dub?
Pesetas.
Now, the Beer Stein and the Elegant Mask both have places to fit other jewels inside. So, let's see, perhaps a ruby? I'm not too sure here. I think you have to do that off screen. So let me go ahead and check that out, guys, and then we will head back into the menu to sell off some items. Alright, so unfortunately we don't have the right items or jewels to put in those, so we'll have to hold those for now. We can sell the Elegant Headdress. He's willing to buy it at a high price, C-Dub.
Yes. I know back in the day we always got a kick out of the way that this merchant guy talks. I'll buy it at a high price.
Very nice impression. Let's see. We'll still hold off on the treasure map for now. Man, it is tempting to buy a rocket launcher, but I think we'll hold off as, from what I remember, the rocket launcher, yeah, it says right there, only comes with a single fire. So it's a bit of a waste of money unless you have the infinite ammo unlocked for it. I guess we'll hold off once again, and we'll tune up our shotgun a little bit more. Guess reload speed, that's going to come in handy, as well as capacity, as we have a very hard boss battle coming up in the future. So we're going to make sure our shotgun's ready to go for that, of course. Let's go ahead and continue forth. We are done with the trader there. We can climb up and see where this path finally leads us. What do we have here? Crazy weather out here. I was really digging the atmosphere that this game puts you in. Quite a bit different from the Resident Evil 5 environments. This, of course, you're heading into a creepy cemetery, exactly the kind of place that Resident Evil should be taking you. And this whole section of the game just felt like vintage RE. And of course, when I was talking about Resident Evil earlier, I was kind of talking about the first one. That's my favorite, especially the remake of it. And I know they actually just released some pretty big news about Resident Evil that has us pretty excited, Corey.
Yeah, most definitely. We got the news from Capcom earlier this week. Of course, the video that I saw was in Japanese. Two of the Capcom staff telling us that they are once again going to remake the original Resident Evil. That's going to be for both the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, I do believe, as well as the PS3 and Xbox 360. So that's huge news for us. I know you and I are fans of the original on the PlayStation, of course, as well as the remake that we saw released for the GameCube and Wii a couple of years back there.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm a huge fan of the remake. A lot of very memorable sections of the map that I know were basically thrown in there just for the remake. And I actually played that game before playing the original, so it kind of feels weird without some of those sections. So I'm glad that they're bringing all that back in all of its glory, as we have many zombies, or not zombies as they're calling them, trying to take us out here in the cemetery. Oh, damn you! Unfortunately, I was a little too late now. We are looking pretty good on health here. We have plenty of herbs here, as well as a couple black bass remaining. Let's go ahead and use one of those. These other guys just have pitchforks, so they shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. Let's give them a... oh, damn it. I was trying to kick them, but we did not make it in time. One thing that is important is to make sure we get all the blue medallions in this area, as we are looking to get the Punisher. That's why we haven't upgraded our handgun at all, because we're just going to end up selling it and using that gun for a while anyways. C-Dub, how's your playthrough going of Resident Evil 4? I know you started up on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, actually, I'm right around this part, RJ. If you go up ahead just above this graveyard, and you go to the left of that building you see over there, you will see another one of those medallions hanging off over there, as well as behind that house, or whatever it is, that building, up at the top of the hill here. That's two more. I think you're up to, at this point, 10 of the 15?
Yes, I think so. We'll have to check that. We'll check it out when we get another one. There's a grave for twins. We'll see if we come across any suspicious twins here in this playthrough. As spoiler warning, we definitely will. Here's the church, Corey, as I know we've gotten news that I believe Ashley is being held in the church. So I think this is the spot where they're actually holding her. Let's see if we can get in.
Yes, right there you'll see another one of those medallions, and if you'll go around to the back side of it, you'll also find another one.
Yes, that was medallion number 11. Looks like we can't get into the door. Let's see if Hunnigan can help us out. Probably a key. Yes. One thing I will point out is they do not have subtitles available for this game. I know, of course, you can see the Hunnigan conversation, but we do apologize if you guys are missing out on some of the conversations. Damn it, Leon, don't reload, you bastard. Damn it, we got hit pretty hard there. We're going to have to eat our last black bass. Hopefully it was tasty. I know there is a puzzle right here. Let's see if we can get it yet. 1, 2. This should do it right here. Okay. No, that didn't work. We'll have to get that down the road, Corey. I'm pretty sure that just gives us a very valuable treasure that we'll definitely want to get. We'll make sure to do some research or just do it off screen and get that when we come back, as this guy just got me in the face with a pitchfork. Damn Granados. Let's kick this guy to make up for it. So we can't get in the church here, C-Dub. Let's go ahead and follow this path. This is a pretty interesting area, as we're going to be, I guess, kind of mountain climbing here. We're taking this catwalk that leads us across these cliffs. Looks like we have some more medallions we're going to want to get here on the way through here. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to that Resident Evil 1 remake. It's certainly good timing for the playthrough. We'll also announce that we're going to be starting up a Dead Rising playthrough, as We will bring you all kinds of zombie coverage here at the channel. We're pretty much into all things zombies. It's been that way for a while. Corey, how far do you go back with zombies? I know there's a lot of really cool old school movies back in the day that we'd all watch as kids.
Oh, absolutely, man. I've always been a fan of zombies, whether it's the Romero films, oh, a snake.
Yeah.
The Romero, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, all those. I mean, and then of course, like you said, Dead Rising. I'm a big fan of those games. Let's see, what are some other good games? Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That's a good retro title that involves zombies for any of you fans of the Super Nintendo out there.
Yes, classic. Looks like we have a note here. Apparently, they're going for Luis, the guy we saw back there. Of course, he was trapped in the wardrobe, and we both almost got beheaded together. So they're definitely going after him. Apparently, he stole something from the Los Illuminatos. Says there's a key beyond the lake. Interesting. What the hell is Del Lago? Because apparently Del Lago has been awakened here, Corey. Doesn't sound good.
No, it really does not sound very good at all. It looks like we're in for quite the battle coming up here. Whatever it is, it's going to lead us to Ashley. We're going to have to go through something serious before we get to where I have a feeling.
Yes, as we have actually not had a boss battle, in the game yet. Now, the one thing about the Resident Evil games in the past, they really aren't known for boss battles. I mean, the Lickers, I guess, were kind of a boss, but there's a lot of them. You had Nemesis, of course. Corey, can you think of any Resident Evil boss battles?
Yeah, there's of course in the sewer where you have the giant alligator that comes out at you, and you have to shoot the barrel and blow it to smithereens. Of course, the battles with the main boss in Resident Evil 2, all the different forms and mutations of those are pretty memorable to me. Of course, the fight with the Tyrant in Resident Evil 1 up on the helipad. That was another classic. But, it's definitely a good point. I feel like this game really took the boss battles and upped them, made them feel a lot more, crazy, like as far as the creatures that you're fighting, these insane mutations and abominations of nature. I have a feeling whatever this Del Lago thing is, it's going to be something that's going to be looking to probably make lunch out of Leon.
Yes. This is a pretty cool area. Now, we do have a grenade, so we're going to want to do a trick here. We're going to want to go ahead and equip the hand grenade, and while all these birds are kind of chilling right here, we're going to throw the grenade in the middle, and bingo. There you go. That's certainly a huge secret you're going to want to take advantage of. Lots of gold to be had, and even some ammo in there. And this is a pretty cool area. We were just talking about boss battles and kind of letting you guys know that this game brings boss battles in spades. In fact, when it comes to boss battles, it is what I think the best game in history. All of the boss battles are incredibly memorable, and the arena that we are in right now is home to one of the craziest ones in the game. This is the home to El Gigante. For any viewers that aren't familiar with El Gigante, Corey, can you give them any, I guess, I wouldn't say insight, we don't want to spoil anything, but can you give them any clues to what to expect?
Well, of course, the translation of El Gigante is the giant. So if that tells you anything, we can expect something that's going to be huge and probably out for blood here, specifically the blood of one Leon Kennedy.
Yes, Mr. El Gigante is located right behind this door here. But at least for now, he is locked up tight, so we have nothing to worry about. We'll just run through that area. But we will be back here in the village, at least at this area, and we'll certainly have to see what is, what is behind the door, as it's not going to be that easy. Let's go ahead and enter this area. There was 2 different doors to choose from, and I suppose we will choose this one. Another crazy looking symbol up here. Kind of reminds me of the Blair Witch Project, especially with this village atmosphere.
Yeah, most definitely. All these crazy little cabins and outbuildings. You wonder how these villagers. I mean, are these all buildings that were before whatever it is, Lord Sadler and this Illuminados thing came to be? Honestly, I would like to see a little bit more backstory as far as how these people became seemingly cult followers of these leaders that were eventually, I'm assuming, going to face off with.
Yeah, definitely. I know we still have a lot more to learn as we continue through the story. Now that we know that it's pretty much a parasite that's been injected to all these people, obviously they don't have much of a choice in the matter. I kind of brought up the storyline with the chief in one of the past episodes here, and he was, from what I gathered, he was a Christian father, a pretty good guy, that was turned into a crazy psychopathic monster that leads the village. Anybody who has to lead all these fools must be crazy, as look at that guy just walked right into that tripwire like an idiot. Looks like we are entering a swamp area, Corey. This is pretty cool. I can't remember there being a swamp in any Resident Evil before this, can you?
No, not that I can recall. I mean, there's certainly been some aquatic-based areas, of course, where we faced off with those sharks in Resident Evil 1 in the underground laboratory. I think that might have been the first... Oh, another snake. Gotta watch out, man. There's critters everywhere. Those always scare the shit out of me, by the way. I'm not really sure about you, but I fucking hate snakes. So every time I hear that, it's like, oh.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny how you mentioned that at the start of the episode, and we've had 2 snake attacks in this one. I think they're just more towards the beginning of the game. I could be wrong, like maybe they've just added it more in these versions, as the only version of Resident Evil 4 I've beaten is the GameCube edition. So I'm not sure if they added anything. I'm assuming they didn't, and it's pretty much just something that they throw at more so at the beginning of the game, as here is a couple snakes. I think we can shoot them and possibly even get a snake egg to hold still, damn you. Okay, let's see what happens after they die. Yes, we can get a snake egg. So actually, I believe it said chicken egg, so I guess we're just going to get something they regurgitate. Damn, these things are hard to shoot. So at least we can get something back from them to regain our health.
Yeah, perhaps you should try using your knife skills here.
Yes, I went ahead and wasted plenty of ammo killing them. Oh, damn, I didn't even see this guy. But yeah, like we were saying, this is a pretty cool area, the swamp area. Definitely felt unique. This game did a great job at kind of bringing some places I felt should be featured in a Resident Evil area. We get to go into a crazy looking castle at one part of the adventure. That's a place I always felt should have been in an RE game. A classic castle environment, and definitely they brought it to the table here in this one. And there's a lot more areas that we have to explore, as pretty much the entire playthrough of the game, you're making it through one area, constantly going to new looking places. The castle does tend to drag on for a while, so we will be in that place for quite a bit, but other than that, you're just going to some really crazy places. Every I'd say 5 or 10 minutes you're in a new looking area, even with this village here, where we're going to be in the village for the whole beginning portion of the game. First you start off in the town, now we're in the swamp. We went through some caves. Of course, we had the canyon area, so it's doing a great job at mixing it up here, and I gotta say, another reason why this is my favorite Resident Evil game. Damn it, these guys are getting us, C-Dub.
Yeah, these guys are pretty relentless here, man. You're going to have to put some space between you and them and make good use of your health. Make sure not to run too low or get caught reloading, as those are pretty much crucial elements in this game. You know, you gotta keep that distance between you and the enemies. Try to funnel them into you. Don't leave your back open, of course. I mean, there's so many different tactics you can use pretty much across all of these Resident Evil games.
No doubt. I feel like this game is almost a little bit more difficult towards the beginning because we're pretty much exclusively using our handgun right now and saving the shotgun for when we need it most. That ammo is going to come in handy, especially when we get to, I wouldn't say the first boss battle because you don't need the shotgun for that one. But after that, the one that comes after, we will definitely need as much shotgun ammo as we can get. That's going to be pretty intense. And so it makes it a little bit difficult that we are kind of limited to the handgun. It gets a little bit easier as we move on because we'll have some better weaponry that we can definitely use to kill all these zombies. Let's go ahead and explore around here. There should be some treasures in this area as well, as there's going to be some nests you can shoot down in the trees. Got to keep our eyes open for that. And I think there's probably going to be more zombies as well, so we'll have to keep our eyes out. In fact, there's one hiding under the house like a troll. Damn it, these guys normally are pretty accurate. Lucky for us, he missed us that time around. And they take quite a bit of shots. Let's see what we have over here. Gonna have to track down this treasure. I think we saw the snake over here. Here it is. Corey, it's swimming. Perhaps it is an anaconda.
Yes, this may be a water moccasin or something else, but apparently from killing it, it said it's a chicken egg. So I don't know. Maybe that snake ate some chicken eggs, or maybe that's a chicken snake.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just a chicken dressed like a snake. I have no fucking clue. But either way, we have picked up an egg for our troubles. It doesn't look like these guys are going to lay eggs, and it looks like they're going to put up a hell of a lot more of a fight than that snake ever did.
Damn it, these zombies just keep on coming. I guess let's go ahead and round them up a little bit and use a couple shotgun blasts to lighten the load a little bit here, as they are conveniently getting in a straight line for us. A little bit to the left there, Johnny. Thanks, buddy. And I believe he's dead. Yes, he is dead. And these guys are also in a single file line. They are all dead now. There's one left over. Looks like Frank here hasn't learned his lesson. Let's go ahead and put him out of his misery. Holy fuck. A lot of them are still alive. They have survived the shotgun blast. Let's go ahead and run away. As I did blast down that nest as well, C-Dub, we're going to have to find that treasure, as I believe it's something good.
Yes, we definitely need as many of those treasures as we can find right now. Certainly selling those to the merchant is going to be crucial here. As you guys can see with that menu where you tune up your weapons. I mean, if you don't basically pick one weapon from each of the classes to upgrade, you're going to kind of be up shit creek once you get a little bit further in the game into some of these tougher enemies.
Yeah, we certainly have a slight issue right now because we are almost empty on handgun ammo, so we definitely need to get some more. Lucky for us, we just grabbed one. There's 10 right there, thank goodness. And I think we finally have killed all the zombies, or the Granados, in this area. So let's go ahead and grab this treasure, as it should be. Yes, there it is. What do we have here? Ah, Corey, the antique pipe. Quite a find.
It's very nice. Maybe Leon is going to smoke a pipe here, rest a bit before he goes on his travels, perhaps. Or maybe he could sell it to that merchant. That guy looks like he might have some crazy ulterior motives for that pipe.
There's another cabin. Aha! This guy's in here just hanging out by himself. Gonna need you to stop there, sir. Sir, stop. Sir! Corey, I had no choice.
He was coming right for us. Down he goes.
Yes.
Oh. All right.
I've castrated him. Oh my god, another snake. What the fuck is going on with all the snakes?
Damn it.
Damn it. You'd think this is a fucking Indiana Jones game or something here. Alright, we've killed him, taken his chicken egg, and we can finally get the hell out of here as we have conquered the swamp area. I never want to see another swamp again. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode. Make sure to stay tuned. We will be heading through this door to see what else Resident Evil 4 is going to throw at us. I'm RJ for C-Dub. Stay trippy, guys.